Remember this show Bullseye? One of their contestants was a serial killer. This guy. He had already killed 2 people before this show. And he was only just getting started. So this story is about John Cooper and he is 41 at the time. Now John has a problem. He is obsessed with money and he is willing to do anything for it. And yes, that includes killing. So that's exactly what John is about to do. It's 22nd December 1985. Richard and Helen are siblings. Richard is 58 years old and Helen is 54. And they live together in a big old farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere. Now Richard, he is a farmer. He's lived in this house his entire life. And Helen moved back in to live with him. And right now, like any normal family, they are getting ready for Christmas. Now John has been watching this house. He knows it's isolated and he knows that nobody is going to hear a thing. So John breaks in and he's carrying a shotgun. He forces Richard and Helen to hand over everything. Cash, valuables, whatever he can get his hands on. And then he shoots them both. Oh, but John's not done yet. There's evidence everywhere. His fingerprints, his DNA, everything. So what does he do? He sets the house on fire with Richard and Helen still inside. He then goes home to his family and starts to live his life like he didn't just kill 2 people. Oh yeah, John is married and got 2 children. The police arrive at the scene. They start their investigation, but because of the fire, they find very little. And over time, it officially becomes a cold case. Meanwhile, John is on a robbery spree. He continues to rob houses. It's 1989, and one day John decides he should go on a TV show. Yeah, a TV show. Bullseye. It's a darts competition and he is not even good at it. He's out before the money rounds. So why on earth, after killing 2 people, would you go on national TV? So much for keeping a low profile, I guess. Anyways, it's 29th June 1989, just 5 weeks after the TV show. Peter and Gwenda are a married couple from Oxfordshire and they are on vacation in Pembrokeshire. They are walking along the coastal path near a local beach. It's secluded, so no one is around. Then out of nowhere, John appears. He's holding the same shotgun. He robs them, takes their money, their bank cards, and then he shoots them, both of them. Later, a woman walking along the path sees Peter and Gwenda lying there covered in blood. So she calls 999. Police and paramedics arrive. They seal the area. Now here's the thing. Last time John burned the house down, but this time it's fast. He doesn't get the chance to clear the scene, so police find shotgun shells. They also notice Peter's bank cards are missing, and it is clear to them that this was a robbery. There are also witnesses, people who saw a suspicious man near the coastal path. So police put together a sketch, but it's not a very clear one. Days goes by and John needs money. So what does he do? He starts using Peter's bank cards. He's going to cash machines withdrawing money. Now police are tracking those withdrawals and some of those ATMs have cameras. And I know what you're thinking, ATM cameras nowadays aren't even that good. So imagine 1989. When police get the footage, it's grainy. You can tell it's a man, but you can't make out who it is. And once again, he gets away with it. Once again, the case goes cold and years pass with no arrest. So for the next 7 years, John doesn't stop. Armed robberies, home invasions, and then it gets darker. He starts targeting teenagers. It's 1996 and John is feeling untouchable. And why wouldn't he? He's gotten away with everything so far. So he's out again looking to rob someone. And that's when he sees a group of teenager girls hanging out in a field. He walks up to them, points his shotgun at them, and tells them to lie face down on the ground. He robs them. And this time, he takes it even further. He assails 2 of the girls. And then, he just leaves. So the girls go to the police. They report everything. Police take their statements. They investigate. But again, nothing sticks. Until It's 1998 and police have been building a case. They have been watching the pattern, how he robs people, what areas he picks, who he targets. And finally, they have a name. John Cooper. So bam, police arrest him. He is convicted of 30 robbery offenses and he gets sentenced to 16 years. But this isn't it yet. At this stage, police still don't know it's John who committed the murders. Now John is in prison for almost a decade, serving his time for robbery. And just before he is due to get out, everything changes. Police reopen the old murder files. They start looking at everything again. Every piece of evidence, every item they ever seized. And this time, they find something. Because it's 2006, DNA testing is more advanced. So police go back through the items they seized from John's house in 1998 at the time of his arrest. His clothes, his personal belongings, and among those clothes was a pair of shorts. So they retest them, and in the stitching of those shorts, they find a tiny speck of blood. It was so small, they missed it the first time. And they wouldn't have been able to get it without the new technology. So they test it, and it matches Peter's blood. The same Peter he murdered on that coastal path. Now police know John didn't just rob people, he killed too. So they start reopening other unsolved cases he might be connected to. They go back to 1985, back to their farmhouse, back to Richard and Helen. And then someone pulls something else. That Bullseye episode. They freeze the frame and suddenly the old witness sketch from 1989 looks exactly like the man smiling on national TV. And now it all starts lining up. And in 2009, police charge him, not just for one murder, for both double killings and the essay. In 2011, John was sentenced to life in prison with no parole. If you made it this far, you're clearly into this stuff, and so am I. So hit that subscribe button and I'll keep bringing you cases like this.